go. Okay. So lock this just underneath the sacrum. So we're gonna have our hips just nice and resting and settling on the block to begin. Knees are gonna go up like it's a supported bridge. So feet, soles of the feet down. Feet align with the knees, align with the hips. And then arms can come out next to the hips. They can come out straight into a T, or maybe even coming into cactus arms. We're just gonna start here by focusing on breathing into the hips and the pelvis. So connecting with the sacrum, the hips, that whole area, and even wrapping around the front and feeling gravity pressing onto the hips, feeling gravity way down onto the hips, melting into the block. And in class today, one of my intentions was to focus on shifting our perspective. And in regard to the physical asanas, we're going to be using some blocks, doing a few different inversions. So bringing the blood to the head. Because as things change and as life evolves and we grow, in my perspective, I feel like one of the most important things that we can do is be able to change our perspective and look at life and look at our situation in a different way. It may not be the easiest choice, but sometimes that's what helps us open up to new possibilities, to release any residual anxieties or frustrations, to calm our mind, to drop into the present moment, to really connect with what's most important for us here and now. So as we connect with our hips, with our breath, allowing your mind to settle, hyper-focusing the awareness into the body, and seeing if you can bring in more relaxation, maybe into the shoulders, into the face, maybe the feet, the low belly, releasing any tension you're holding in your gut. And as you rest your hips in the block, just notice by being still and being present with your body and your breath, that the body naturally starts to soften and open. And then sometimes the best way to allow more freedom and space in our body is not pushing ourselves, but just allowing, resting, breathing. Now deepening the breath, breathing into the low belly, pressing the sacrum, the back, low back into the block as you inhale. Breath comes up into the lower ribs, diaphragm descends, and the inhale extends into the upper chest. And in the exhale, chest compresses, ribs, belly button to spine. slightly engaging the pelvic floor. Doing a few more of these. Inhale, really expanding the torso, 360 degrees, side bodies, back body, relaxing the shoulder, breathing all the way up and out the crown of the head. And then releasing all the air out of the lungs. Doing a few more of those on your own, really expanding the breath into maybe the sticky corners of the hips and the shoulders, the back of the heart. Lifting the chest, the heart, relaxing the shoulders, and exhale it all out. With each inhale, expanding, creating space. And each exhale, releasing any excess tension. Breathing into the back of the chest, up even into the neck, the back of the head. And exhale, releasing. And then after your next exhale, just settle back into the natural inhale and exhale. And then bringing the right knee into the chest gently. So grabbing the top of the right knee, left knee can stay bent or you can reach that left foot out. The key here is to keep the shoulders and the neck and the head heavy on the earth. Opening the left side of that hip. And then flexing the left toes. So we'll bring some engagement in the muscles of the left leg, pointing the right toes. If you want to go a little further, you can gently pull the right knee in closer to the chest. And softening the shoulders down here, relaxing the neck, eyes closed. Keeping the left toes flexed. Again, breathing into the pelvis, dropping the hips down towards the ground, melting and merging with the block underneath. Feeling the weight of gravity on the entire body. And then lifting the left leg off the ground, subtle engagement of the low belly. So pull that right knee in, extend out the left heel. Shoulders continue to stay relaxed. Chin tucked in slightly. Feel a stretch in the back of the neck. Extend out the crown of the head, out the top of the head. And then relax the left foot down one more time. Pull the right knee into the chest. Deep breath in pelvis. Exhale out of the mouth. Then from here, bring that left knee back in. Place the right knee down. Take a moment in neutral. Feel the weight of the tailbone in the hips. And then the left knee comes into the chest this time. Extend the right leg out. Open and close the jaw. Point the left toes. And flex the right toes. Reaching out the right heel. If you want to pull the left knee in a little bit more, you can. And just breathe deep into the pelvis, into the hips. The arms be heavy, head, neck. The right leg is engaged. Really expanding the belly and the breath into the depths and the corners of the pelvis. And as you exhale, pull the belly button into the spine, lifting the pelvic floor. And then inhale, lift the right heel off the ground, reaching out of the right heel, engage the leg. Maybe pull that left knee in a little more. Internally rotate the toes towards the midline, so immediately rotating slightly. So the inside of the right thigh is going to go down towards the ground, engaging the adductors. Relaxing the right foot down, let the hip open, pull the left knee into the chest a little bit more. Deep breath here. Good. And then reaching the left leg out to the right, letting the hips just rest on the block, legs straight, palms towards the sky. This hurts the low back. You can always bring the soles of the feet back up. But just take a moment here, letting the shoulders rest, drop to the ground, feet, hips, everything open wide. And then bring the knees up, reach the feet towards the sky, letting the blood drop down into the hips. Bending the knees slightly, soles of the feet down. Lift up the hips, remove the block. Bringing the knees into the chest and just begin to roll right to left. And then bending the knees, shins parallel to the ground, bring the block between the legs. Get it close to the groin as possible. Block is going to be like this between the thighs. Just take a nice squeeze here. Toes are flexed to protect the knees and protect the muscle and to engage the muscles of the shins. So squeezing in here, arms out into a T, palms up or down. Up is a little bit more challenging than palms down. Taking a deep breath in here through center. Exhale, knees go to the left. If you want, you can look to the right or look straight ahead. Hover the knees. And then inhaling through center, engaging the core of the belly. Exhale, knees to the right, look to the left. And keep going. Keep squeezing the block. If the block is too much, you can always remove the block. But continue to squeeze the inner thigh. Keep going on no count. Just moving and breathing, engaging the block. And whatever side you're on, go ahead and drop the knees over to that side. Place the top hand on the bottom hand on the top knee. Look over the right or left shoulder. Away from the knees. Breathing into the low back, pelvis, the belly. And then reaching the arm that's on the knees out. Exhaling here. Squeeze the block in. Now lift the knees up. Exhale, knees to the other side. Go ahead and rest the knees to the other side. Looking away from the knees or straight towards the sky. Breathing into the low back and into the belly. Breathing into the neck and the shoulders. Reaching out of the shoulder. Exhaling here. Inhale, squeeze the block, lift the knees up. Reaching the legs towards the sky, squeezing the block. And then exhale, bring the knees coming down towards the ground. Slowly hover them above the ground. Engage the low belly. And then bend the knees. Grab the block, place it to the side. We're going to swim here a few times with our arms. So you're just going to inhale the arms up overhead. Sweep the arms next to the body, bring the knees in. So reach the feet away, arms away, stretch out of the shoulders, sweep it around, bring the knees in. A few more times like that, warming up the shoulders, the legs. Reach out of the hips, reach out of the toes, the fingers. Keep moving, reaching out of the hips. Bring the knees into the chest and then bring the knees around, circle with the knees. Cross the ankles. Bring the knees into the chest, hands on the hamstrings, and lift yourself up to a seat. Good. So go ahead and grab your blanket if you have one for underneath your hips. Come into our Sukhasana. Taking a moment in Sukhasana, hands on the knees, eyes closed. Once again, feeling and connecting with where you're at today, your mind, your body, your breath. First and foremost, bringing in that energy of acceptance. Really committing to yourself to be as connected as you can to what's most important to you, what your body needs and wants today. Then bringing the hands to the heart, pressing the palms together, lifting the spine. Inhaling through the nose, exhale out the mouth. A few more times, inhale, expand the entire torso. 360 degrees, lift the spine, reach out the crown of the head, maybe hold the breath at the top, soften the shoulders down, and then release the breath when you're ready. Let's do that again, 2 more times on your own. Expanding your breath, grounding the hips, reaching towards the sky with the crown of the head, softening the shoulders. Hold the breath at the top. And then slowly releasing all the air out of the lungs, either through the mouth or the nose. One more time. Fill the belly, feel the entire lungs, diaphragm presses down, filling the back body, front body, side ribs, feeling into the space beneath the collarbones, into the neck, face, extend out the crown of the head, expand and soften, holding the breath at the top. And whenever you need to and are ready, completely releasing all the air out of the lungs and holding all the air out for a few seconds. And coming back to the natural breath whenever you're ready. And then inhaling, reaching the arms out into a T, pull the shoulder blades together, rotate the palms towards the sky, look up. And exhale, rotate the palms back behind you, look down. So rotating the palms up, chest up, look up, down. Rotating up, look down. And this time coming back to center, reaching the fingers out of the shoulders and flexing the wrists. Looks up. And then reaching out of the middle of the palms, spreading the fingers wide. We call this a nerve stretch sometimes. You might just feel a little nervy, you might feel some tingling sensations. Keep breathing, but soften the shoulders down, soften the belly. Reaching out of the shoulders, breathing, bringing the fingers towards the body. Keep reaching out, one more full deep breath. And then relaxing the fingers down, palms come out back, reach out, and then cross the arms, left over right, giving yourself a hug. Grabbing the shoulder blades if you can, and then tucking the chin to the chest. And then inhaling, look up. Draw the shoulder blades down as you look up and back. And then look towards the center. From here, reaching the left arm out and crossing the right arm over the left or other side, whichever one. Yeah, there you go. Palm faces towards your face or back behind you, and just gently pulling the front arm towards your body, dropping either that left or right shoulder down, whichever arm is straight, drop that shoulder down towards the hips. Breathing into the entire deltoid and the shoulder girdle, the side of the body. Breathing the back of the heart. Good. And then go ahead and release the hands, shake out the arms. And then bring the hands back, switch the cross of the ankles to the other side. So this time, interlacing the fingers, palms towards the heart. Feeling this, we call this the heart channel here. So pulling the fingers out, connecting to the heart channel, bringing the mind into the heart space and breathing here. Elbows come out, shoulders continue to drop down towards the hips, thumbs towards the sky. Feeling, rather than the tension, feel the spaciousness that you're creating with the breath in this posture. Good. And then inhaling, lifting the arms up overhead. Once they reach right here, flip the palms up. Good. Inhaling here. And then as you exhale, extend the arms and reach the hips down. Inhale, pull the fingers out, elbows out. Exhale, press, lift the pelvic floor. Good. 2 more times. Shoulders come down. And then reach, lift the pelvic floor. Stay here. Air, exhale out. Holding the breath out. And then inhale, release the fingers, reach up. Exhale, arms come out into a T. Crossing the right elbow over the left, giving yourself a hug, tucking the chin in, looking down. Stretching the back of the neck, really breathing, feeling the connection from the back of the neck all the way into the sacrum to the hips. And then inhale, looking up and back, opening the front side of the neck, the jaw. And then looking straight ahead, reaching the right arm out this time, left arm comes on the top, and pull like a lever, pulling that right arm towards the left side of the shoulder, drawing the right shoulder down to the hip. So creating space, equal space on both sides of the neck. And then kind of relax the fingers. They're energized, but they're relaxed. Breathing behind the shoulder blades, maybe even beneath the shoulder blades. Or up into the neck, wherever you might feel the tension shifting. Good, 1 more deep breath here. Nice. Releasing the hands, sweeping them up to the sky. Inhale, reach up. Up, up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up out of the hips. Reach the side bodies long. Look up and back. Exhale, close the eyes, hands to the heart. This time, if you have an intention as you inhale, visualize that. Bring that into the space, reaching up. Exhale, hands through center, through heart. Now bow into the chest, closing the eyes. Bringing all of your awareness, pulling into that space between the hands, into the heart. Good. And then hands come onto the knees. Go ahead and look up. You're going to roll onto the hips and then bringing the feet out. So feet are wide, hands hanging out on the knees just for a moment. We're going to do a few spinal articulations here. So what we're going to do to begin, hands on the front side of the knees, pull and lift the heart up, extend the tailbone back, look up. And then we start with tucking the chin. Tuck the chin, roll all the way down 1 vertebrae at a time. Hands stay on the knees and tuck the tailbone. So a few more of those. You start by extending the tailbone, lower spine extends, open the chest, open the shoulder, look up, and then reverse. Tuck the chin, round. And just keep going there. We're going to do this for a few minutes. Really focusing on the slow inhales and exhale. Stopping at each vertebrae, envisioning breathing between the spaces in each vertebrae. You find a sticky spot that you want to stay in, maybe stop there, take a moment, breathe and expand. Each time breathing a little bit deeper, maybe a 5-count inhale, holding for 5 counts, 5-count exhale. Maybe open and close the jaw, make sure the tension's not Going into the jaw and the head and the neck. Good. One more round. And then coming back up, center whenever you're ready. Just taking a gaze down in front of you diagonally, letting the wrists, the forearms just rest on the knees, feeling the lift of the spine and the pulling of the heart, the spaciousness in the ribs, the body. And then from here, we're just going to tuck the chin down and roll the neck right to left. Again, feeling inspired to do a lot of this neck and shoulder stuff because my neck is quite tight today. And if we're going to do a little bit of inversion, it's important to get some space here first. Releasing that tension so we can flip our perspective. Sometimes when we're in a place where we can't see things differently, we can't get out of a pattern of a certain emotion or story. Sometimes it's not what we want to experience differently, not that we're not able to see the other perspective, but that something's in the way. So in this moment, it's like we want to flip upside down, but the tension might be in the way, so we can't actually go to that next place. So first we have to see what's right in front of us, what's blocking our way. It's blocking us from seeing a new perspective. Maybe it's an old story. So that's what just came up when I'm feeling about creating space in the neck and releasing the tension. Now bringing the head behind you and make full circles. And then go the other direction, full circles. Just like last week, feeling the compassion and kindness as we move, not pushing too hard. Good. And then slowly coming back up to center, eyes closed. Just take a moment here in neutral position. Feeling the ease of having the spine lifted, the space in the neck and the shoulders. Okay. And then from here, we're gonna come out into a straddle. So keep that blanket underneath your hips if you have it. And reaching the legs out. If this already feels like a bit of a challenge, some fun options. If you'd like to try and play with me, putting blocks under the knees. Sometimes pillows are fun too, but if you have the blocks, let's try it out. If you're on a prop behind you, it may feel kind of funny, but if you're on a blanket, you might want to grab your booty and pull it out so the front side of the pelvis, we have an anterior tilt here. So we decrease the curve of the low spine. We want it to have a natural curve, spines extending and erect. So this might be where you stay. Maybe hang out here, play with flexing the toes, notice how that feels different in the legs and the knee. Let's all flex our toes right now and just feel that. Spread the toes wide, drive the heels down to the ground, hands next to the hips. Doesn't matter how wide your legs are either. They can be in a really tight V if you'd like. And then from here, bring the hands in front of you, keeping the heart pulling through and maybe walking your hands down. If you need like another pillow or prop, grab one, or maybe you just want to hang out on your fingertips. Or maybe you can even play with coming down to the forearms. So just kind of play. Maybe you want to walk back and forth. Walking down, doing your best to keep the toes flexed. You want to keep those knees aligned with the toes, so facing up or even back. And then eventually coming to a place where you can just rest either on the elbows or the hands. And if you need to point the toes, if that's better for your legs, try that. But breathing into the pelvis. By keeping a nice bend in the knee here, this helps to focus just on the hamstrings rather than the entire back of the leg. Breathing into the pelvis, feeling like the pelvis is dropping into the ground here. Keep breathing through the entire leg. If you start to wander or you start to feel some tension rising, invite that breath and awareness back into the body. And then slowly walking the hands up, coming back to center. If you have blocks under the knees, go ahead and remove those. And now try it with the legs straight. So just notice the difference in your legs, the back of the legs, the knees. Same thing with the hips, extending that tailbone back, keeping the heart lifted, and try again, walking forward. Now that you have your blocks available, maybe you want to put them underneath your forearms or even on your forehead. If you notice that your toes start to roll forward, maybe back up a little bit, we want to keep the toes and the knees towards the ceiling or back behind you even. Full deep breaths here. The breath will help to release the tension and open up the spaces around the joints and the muscles. Keep extending those toes up and back, breathing into the pelvis. And then slowly, once again, walking the hands up. And then grabbing space behind the knee or on the hamstrings and pull each leg back up to prevent them from spazzing. Maybe give your hamstrings a little massage here. So grabbing them, massaging them. Good. And then we're going to reach the legs forward just for a moment in Dandasana. Keeping those hips up and lifted. If you have a natural curve in the low back, I find it's really helpful to lift the hips to help create that mobility and flexibility in the hips and in the hamstrings. So if you have a strap and you want to use it right here or anything else, you can. But we're just going to do a forward fold over the legs. So if you prefer, you can grab the strap and just pull your heart towards your toes. This can be extremely helpful with taking your time to increase flexibility in the hamstrings and the heart, doing it a more efficient way rather than just rounding the back, keeping the heart lifted, extending the tailbone back. Keep reaching that tailbone back as the heart pulls towards the knees, pulls towards the knees. Shoulders stay soft. One more breath here. Reach out the heels, drive the heels down, pull the toes towards the heart. Good. Looking at your beautiful toes, and then removing the strap if you had it, placing it to the side. And then we're going to come onto our hips or onto our knees, removing your props underneath your seat. If you can, come to your knees for a moment. Just do a real quick shin stretch. Tibialis anterior. Hands come back behind you if you can. If not, no worries. If you want even more, you can bring your hands to your knees or hands to your heart. And then come down. Hands come on underneath the shoulders. Hips underneath the knees, flexing the toes. I'm going to do a few cat-cows here. So inhale, look up, pull the heart through. Tuck the chin, exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Breathing into the back body, into the shoulders, dropping the heart towards the knees, knees bent. Pressing the earth away with the hands. So really press down, heels draw towards the ground. Look between the hands, inhale, shoulders over wrist, come into plank. Extend out the heels, engage the legs, press the earth away. Next exhale, bend the knees, hips up and back, downward facing dog. So just building some fluidity in the movement and strength. Inhale as shoulders come over wrist. Press the earth away, but also squeeze the arms towards each other. And the next exhale, hips up and back. Look between the hands, knees come down if you can. Inhale, look up. And once again, tuck the chin, press and round on the upper back. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk out the hips, walk out the ankles. Maybe roll the hips right to left. And then inhale, look between the hands, come onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, and then slowly walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Hanging out in your forward fold here, you might want blocks underneath your hands, or maybe even resting the forearms and the elbows on the blocks can be nice. And letting that head be heavy, neck be heavy. The blocks are under your hands. Press into the blocks. Inhale, look up, pull the heart through. Draw the shoulder blades down to the hips. Exhale, forward fold. A few more of these half salutations. Inhale, lift up. Pull the heart through. Exhale, forward fold. This time, inhale, press. Inhale, halfway. Look down. Then reach the arms out into a T. Reach out of the shoulders. Press into the heels. Inhale, lift the heart up. Arms up. Reach up and back. Stay here for a breath. And then exhale, hand sweep around, down to the sides, up to the heart. Taking a moment here in your Tadasana. We're gonna inhale, reach up, open the hands. Exhaling, hands to the heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, blocks or not, your choice. Pressing into the shins as you pull the heart through and forward, shoulders go down towards the hips. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. This time grab the blocks, bring them down next to the feet, on the outsides of the feet, and then step the left foot back to the back of the mat. So your blocks can be up this height, or they can be all the way at the lowest height. Depends on what feels best for your body. And we're just coming into a low crescent lunge here with the blocks. Engage that left quad, reach out the left heel, pull the heart forward, shoulders go back to the hips. Pressing into the blocks, extend the right foot back to the left, and then come into downward dog with the blocks. Bend the knees, heart drops even farther towards the legs, really getting into the chest. Send a big breath into the upper chest behind the heart and the armpits. And then look between the hands and slowly walk the feet between the blocks. Forward fold. Relax the arms. Inhaling halfway, press into the shins, pull the heart through. Exhaling, forward fold. Root to rise, press into the feet, sweep the arms to the sky, reaching up and back. Exhaling, hands to the heart, eyes closed. Inhaling, sweep the arms up, reach up, extend the arms out, exhaling, forward fold, relax the neck. Inhaling, halfway lift, press into the shins, open the heart, draw the shoulders back. Plant the hands down, this time exhale, extend the right foot back. Low crescent lunge. So from here, this time we're going to shoot the left foot back to the right, come into a high plank. Now you can try this if you want, or you can go straight to down dog. If you want to try a chaturanga, either with knees or not, bending the elbows down with the knees or not, hips come down, heart high, coming into a cobra, or elbows on the blocks, high, sphinx. And then bringing the chest between the blocks, hands on the blocks, flip the toes, press yourself up into plank, and then downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Look between the hands. Walk your feet towards the front, forward fold. Relax the neck, relax the arms. Move the blocks out. Actually, no, keep the blocks there. We're gonna inhale, lift halfway. Exhaling, forward fold. Sweep the arms up, inhale, reach. Up and back. Exhale, hands to the heart. This time, hands come onto the hips. We're gonna bend that left knee. Come to balance here on the right foot. Inhaling. And then exhale, stepping the left foot to the back of the mat. Coming into your high crescent lunge this time. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhale, rotate, left hand comes down, right arm goes up. Try that again. Inhale, reach. Using the block if you want. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. One more time, inhale. Woo. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Stay here for a moment, really engage the back leg, the left leg. Sweeping the right hand down. This time we're just gonna switch legs. So right foot comes back, down dog. Left foot comes forward. And then from here, bring the left foot to the right, forward fold. Press into the feet, inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Hands come to the hips, lean into the left foot, bring the right knee into the chest. Inhaling here. Balance, spread the right toes, and then reach the right toes back, come into crescent lunge. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, press down into the ground as you reach the sky. Engage the glutes, the legs. Exhale, right hand comes down to the block, left arm goes up. 2 more times, press, inhale, lift. Rotate, exhale, hand to the block. Last time. Hand to the block. Reaching up. Engage the legs, feel the buoyancy underneath the pelvis as you press down with the feet, hips lift, rotation, reach out of that left arm. And then exhale, hands come down. This time, bring that left foot back to the right. Knees come down to the ground if you can. Toes together, knees wide. We're gonna come into child's pose, but have the forearms on the blocks. Heart melts to the ground. If this doesn't work, you can always try Anahatasana, which is knees, hips over knees, heart down to the ground. Breathing into the back of the heart, the arms, armpits. Feeling the stretch into the ribs, deep into the heart space. And then press into the forearms, inhale, lift up. Come onto the knees, remove the blocks next to you. And we're gonna come, if we want to, if you can, onto our forearms. So first choice is coming into Sphinx, just regular Sphinx pose. If you want a little bit more, we're gonna lift our hips up, come into forearm plank. So pressing down, palms down. Engaging the low belly into the spine, squeezing into the midline, press the earth away. And then if you can, rotate on the outside of the right foot, pressing into the right hand, extending the left arm up. Half Vashisthasana, low Vashisthasana. Really feeling the shoulder, locking into the shoulder joint, the shoulder girdle, the arm bone, I can't talk right now. Whatever it is, the humerus. And drawing that right shoulder down to the hips as you reach up and out, pressing into the forearm. Squeeze the legs together. And then switch sides. Left hand comes down. Rotate on the left side of the foot. Coming either onto the fingertips of the right hand. So maybe just do a little tent here, or maybe you reach that right arm to the sky. Pressing down into the palm, the forearm. And then come all the way down onto your forearms into Sphinx pose. Hang out here for a moment, drop the chin to the chest. Bring the hands next to the chest. Inhale, lift up into Cobra. And then exhale, come to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Press the earth away. Exhale, place the right foot down next to the left. Inhale, sweep the right leg up, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Left leg goes up. Left knee to nose. Inhale, reach out of the left heel, press the hands down. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, press and lift. Inhale, this time, left leg comes up. Exhale, left foot comes between the hands. Rotate to the toes to the front of the mat towards the right and come into a forward fold. Grab your block. And what we're gonna do here in our Pasarita is putting the block underneath the top of our head. So you might want it at low level, mid level, but you're gonna fold over and wherever your top of your head can meet the block, find a nice spot if you can, and just let the head rest on the block. So this is our step one for our inversion, our flipping our perspective. Maybe you're just looking underneath your legs, behind you at a wall, finding that drishti or focal point. If you want to go further in here and do a tripod headstand, if you want to like mosey yourself to a wall if you need to, you're going to bring your hands underneath where your shoulders are. You bend the elbows back. We'll do a side view. So hands go under shoulders if you're going to go further. Bend the elbows back. Place the top of the head on the ground. Walk your hands back a little bit more so your elbows are 90 degrees. And then maybe lift one foot, then the other, possibly reaching both legs towards the sky. If you're in this, pressing down through the crown of the head and the arms, squeeze the elbows together, reaching out of the heels into your headstand. If you're not here, just feel the pressure of the top of the head into the block and breathe. Feeling the heels be heavy in the ground, the head, the neck soften. If you're in your headstand, slowly spread the feet wide and come out, come back into this posture. You have the block under your head, go ahead and remove it to the side. And you're going to place the left hand under your face, reach the right arm up, pressing down to the left arm, reach towards the sky with the right arm. Maybe even reaching back behind you, looking back at your right fingers. Full breath here, weight in the heels. And then switch, right hand down, left arm comes up. Shoulders towards the hips, press into that right hand, reach out of the hips. Exhaling, forward fold. From here, knob the toes towards each other. So knob knee. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the heart through. Slight bend in the knee once again, forward fold with the toes turned in. If you want, you can interlace the fingers at the sacrum and extend the arms up and over. Relaxing, shaking your neck out, breathing into the back of the heart. And then relax the hands. Bring the hands down. Hands come on the hips, toes face forward now, parallel. Inhale, reach the chest up. Hands come down next to the hips, taking a moment here. And then slowly walk yourself to the front of the mat. We're gonna inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows down, heart high. Reaching up once again. Bending at the knees slightly, hinge at the hips, reach out, stick your booty back, forward fold. Inhaling halfway, step the left foot to the back of the mat, left knee comes down. Just a moment, sinking into this low lunge. Opening the left side, psoas, sinking the hips. Placing the hands down, and we're going to switch sides. So just right foot back, left foot forward. Once again, sweeping the arms up, dropping the hips down, heart goes high. Maybe even hands next to the hips if the arms are tired. And then from here, lifting the right knee up, left foot comes back to the right. You're going to bend the knees, but not touch the ground. Bring the knees over to the left, place the right hip down. And then from here, sweeping the left arm up and around, coming onto your booty. Fingers are going to face the heels, bring the heels close to the hips, squeeze the knees, the legs together. Inhaling here. Exhale, pressing into the ground, lift the hips high, squeeze the shoulder blades together, drop the head or look towards the knees, whichever feels best for your body, but squeeze those legs together towards each other. Open the heart. Holding here for 3, press the earth away, 2, and 1. Slowly bring the hips down, come onto the elbows, all the way down. Reaching the legs out, and we're gonna go ahead and come to our Shavasana. If there's anything else your body might need, remember it. We'll do it after this class, but for now, we're just gonna come down completely into our Shavasana. Taking a nice full breath through the entire body, starting at the feet, all the way up the legs, the hips, the shoulders. Any area where you may feel some tension or resistance, stuckness, stubbornness. Sending the breath there. And then placing your awareness in your spine. So starting at the base of the pelvis, what we call in Sanskrit in the chakras, which is the base chakra, is Muladhara, our root chakra that connects us to the earth, connects us to our ancestors, our family, our security. We're going to start there. And then we're going to breathe from that space all the way up the spine, like your awareness is in the spinal cord. As you inhale, breathing up the spine, and instead of stopping at the base of the skull, continuing to go all the way through the skull, out the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, that comes back down the spine and out the base. So just follow that as you inhale and exhale here gently. Inhaling up the spine, exhaling down. letting go of the focus and just expanding your awareness out beyond the body, into the room, out into the ocean, the sky and beyond. Allowing your awareness to just drift. Placing the awareness in the palms. Feeling the awareness and heat in your palms. And then feeling that awareness shifting into the forearms, into the upper arms and the shoulders. Filling up the head, back of the heart, front of the heart. Into the lungs and the organs and the pelvis, the hips. Down and out the legs, the knees, lighting them up with awareness and light. Into the calves, the shins, the feet, into all 10 toes. And as you feel that light and that ease and spaciousness, reconnecting with the natural breath. Feeling the shoulder blades drop to the ground. Feeling the hips, the tailbone heavy into the earth. Jaw soft, ears soft, eyes soft. If you want to stay here a little bit longer, you can. Otherwise, just begin to bring some gentle movement into your fingers and toes. Looking to the right and left, gently rotating the neck, gentle stretch. Staying connected to the awareness of your body, your sensations, your breath. And then slowly dragging the back of the palms up next to the shoulders, swinging them up over the head, but letting the hands be heavy on the ground. And then bending the elbows and drawing the hands back down. So kind of like you're just swimming the arms, swimming them up towards the head, reaching above the head. Swimming the elbows down. And swimming the arms up over your chest, reaching up overhead. Reaching the body long, stretching, stretching, stretching. Full breath here, drop the shoulders down. One more time, sink in. And then slowly bringing the knees into the chest. Letting the head and the neck be heavy as you rock right to left on the spine. You want to take a quick happy baby here. You can. Hands on the outsides of the feet, rolling, rocking with the legs. And eventually rolling to one side or the other. into your fetal position. Each posture, just allowing yourself to invite a full breath and reconnect to that restful space beneath the mind, beneath the worries and anxieties. Seeing how you can step into this day with a new open perspective. What might be in the way of you feeling more free and at ease. How can you show up better for yourself? And slowly pressing your hands into the ground, making your way back up to a comfortable seat. And crossing the legs the funky side. And hands come onto the knees. Thumb and first finger touch, palms toward the sky, Jana Mudra. Shoulder blades draw down away from the ears, and just resting here for a few breaths. Feeling the weight of the thoughts and the worries dropping into the heart. Knowing that no matter what's happening in the world around us, we always have this peaceful place inside that we can come back to when we need reprieve, a reset, a new way of seeing things. Feeling the energy, the prana pulsing through the fingers, the arms, the shoulders, the eyes. Then bringing your hands into the heart space. If you had an intention for this class, weaving that back in. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhaling, sticking the tongue out. 2 more of those, and then we'll follow with an Om. Inhaling to Om, fill the entire body up with breath. Resting in that space. Stillness and ease. The divine light in me respects and honors and sees the divine light, the true self in all of you, in both of you. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning, guys. Thanks for joining me today and always. I love you and I appreciate you so much. Namaste.